Hello, welcome to Beginner Legal English. This is the first class in Module 1, where we learn how to introduce ourselves and others in a professional way. Today, we will practice words for job titles and departments. We will also learn the verb to be and how to use subject pronouns like I, you, he, she, we, and they. So here's what we will learn today: how to say your name and job title clearly, how to introduce other people. For example, this is my manager, Mr. Lopez. We will practice subject pronouns like I, you, he, she, we, and they, and the verb to be like I am, you are, she is, he is, we are, and they are. Finally, we will learn words for different departments and industries, and all of this will help you make good first impressions in a legal office. Let's imagine it's your first day at a law office. You walk in and someone says, "Let me introduce you to the team." First, you meet Maria. She smiles and says, "Hi, I'm Maria. I am a lawyer. I help clients and write legal documents." Next, you see John. He is busy with some files. He says, "Nice to meet you. I am a paralegal. I help the lawyer prepare cases." Finally, you meet Anna. She is fixing a computer. She says, "Hello, I work in IT. I help with computers and emails." This is how people talk in a real law office. So try repeating after me. This is Maria. She is a lawyer. This is John. He is a paralegal. This is Anna. She works in IT. A lawyer is a person who helps people with the law. That could mean giving legal advice, writing contracts, or going to court for a client. For example, Maria is a lawyer. She helps clients with legal problems. Let's imagine Maria. Her client has a problem with a contract. The company did not pay. So Maria reads the documents, explains the client's rights, and she writes a formal letter to solve the problem. This is what lawyers do every day. They help people understand and use the law. A paralegal is a person who helps lawyers with their work. They do not give legal advice, but they do a lot of important tasks, like preparing legal documents, organizing case files, and doing legal research. For example, John is a paralegal. He prepares documents for lawyers. Let's say John works at a busy law firm. A lawyer is going to court tomorrow, and John spends the afternoon getting everything ready, reviewing contracts, printing evidence, organizing the case folder. He doesn't go to court, but without him, the lawyer would not be ready. That's the role of a paralegal, essential support behind every lawyer. A secretary is a person who answers phones and helps with office work, like organizing schedules, typing letters, and greeting people at the front desk. For example, Anna is a secretary. She answers phone calls. Now, imagine this. A client calls with a question about their case. Anna picks up the phone, finds the right information, and helps connect them to the right lawyer. She's not a lawyer herself, but she keeps everything running smoothly in the law office. The IT department is the team that helps with computers and technology. For example, Anna works in the IT department. She fixes computers. Now, let's say the internet goes down in the law firm, or the printer stops working right before court. Who do you call? The IT department. They fix the problems so everyone can keep working. Repeat. IT department. The legal department is the group in a company that handles legal work. They check contracts, give legal advice, and make sure the company follows the law. For example, Maria works in the legal department. She gives legal advice. Imagine a company wants to make a deal. Before they sign anything, the legal department checks the contract. They protect the company. That's their job. Legal department. A law firm is a business, but instead of selling products, it offers legal help. For example, they work at a law firm. It helps people with legal problems. Picture this. You have a legal question, maybe about a contract or a dispute. You go to a law firm because there are lawyers, paralegals, and secretaries all working as a team to help clients. Repeat. Law firm. Let's play a word challenge. I'm going to tell you a short story. Listen carefully and guess the word from the word bank. Here we go. Maria is a lawyer. She has a big case this week. She needs help writing a legal letter and finding information for the court. She asks John to help. John works in the same office. He is not a lawyer, but he works closely with lawyers every day. He writes documents and helps prepare for meetings with clients. What's John's job? The answer is paralegal, a person who helps lawyers with their work. A paralegal helps lawyers by preparing documents and doing research. Remember that. Great. Let's do another one. Now let's hear about Maria. Maria talks to clients about legal problems. She helps them understand their rights and what the law says. She also goes to court and writes legal letters. What is Maria's job? It's a lawyer. A lawyer is a person who helps people with the law and gives legal advice. Let's talk about Anna now. She works at the front desk. She answers phone calls, helps people who come into the office, and writes emails. She also organizes meetings for the lawyers. What is Anna's job? Secretary. A secretary helps with phones, emails, and office work. One day, the printer stops working. The internet is also slow. Maria calls Carlos, who works with computers. He comes to the office and fixes the problem. He also helps with email accounts and new software. What department does Carlos work in? The IT department. This is the department that fixes computers and helps with technology. Let's go back to Maria and John. They both work in the same office. Maria is a lawyer and John is a paralegal. They help clients and work on legal cases together. Their office is a company where lawyers and legal workers help clients with the law. What is the name for this type of office? Law firm. Great job. Now, let's learn about subject pronouns. Subject pronouns are words we use to talk about people. Look at the words I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. We use them to say who is doing something. For example, I am a lawyer. You are a paralegal. He is the manager. She works in IT. We are the legal team. They are clients. Come with me. It's Monday morning at the office. I am Ted. I start the day early. Coffee, emails, and contracts. John is here too. He is a paralegal, always ready with the paperwork. Carla is across the hall. She is our IT expert. She is fixing the printer again. Maria and Luis are in the meeting room. They are lawyers. They help our new clients. The clients? They are waiting with documents in hand, nervous but ready. And you are visiting us today. You are learning how this office works. Welcome to our team. Now, my favorite part, phrases and idioms. Let's start with this one. Call someone back. It means you phone a person again, maybe because you missed their call or you want to continue the conversation later. For example, I will call the client back after the meeting. Now, imagine this. It's 9 a.m. A client calls Maria, the lawyer, but she is in a meeting. Her phone rings. She sees the name, but she cannot answer. Later, at 10:30, Maria finishes the meeting. She picks her phone and says, I need to call the client back now. This is, of course, the right thing to do in a law office. So say it together with me. Call someone back. Next is on hold. If someone says you are on hold, it means you are waiting on the phone. You cannot speak yet, but someone will talk to you soon. For example, please wait on hold. The lawyer will speak to you soon. Let's picture it. A client calls the law office. Anna, the secretary, answers and says, Good morning. Maria is busy right now. Can you wait on hold? And the client says yes. Anna puts the call on hold. Soft music plays. And a few minutes later, the lawyer joins the call. This is normal in professional phone calls. Say it with me one time. On hold. Now, let's learn another one. Hang up. To hang up means to end the phone call. When the conversation is finished, you press the red button or you say goodbye. For example, she hung up the phone after the call. Here's a story. John talks to a client. They discuss a contract. At the end, John says, Thank you. I will send the file today. The client says, Thank you. Goodbye. Then click. They hang up. The phone call is finished. Let's do another one. Speak clearly. This means talk in a way that's easy to understand. Not too fast, not too soft. For example, please speak clearly during the call. Now imagine this. A lawyer calls a client. She talks very fast. Too fast. The client says, Sorry, I don't understand. So the lawyer tries again. She says slowly, You will receive the contract today. Now the client understands. Why? Because she spoke clearly. In legal work, this is very important, to speak clearly. Now, let's learn take a message. This means write down information for someone who is not available. For example, can you take a message for the lawyer? Here's a story. The lawyer is in court. She cannot answer her phone. A client calls. Anna, the receptionist, answers. The client says, "Can I speak to the lawyer?" Anna replies, "She is not here right now. Can I take a message?" The client says, "Yes. Tell her I will send the documents today." Anna writes the message down, and this is how we help clients in a professional way. We take a message. Last phrase for today. Get back to someone. It means contact the person again later, usually with information or answers. For example, I will get back to you after I check the files. Imagine this. A client asks, "Is the contract ready?" Maria checks the files, but she's not sure. So she says, "Let me check, and I will get back to you this afternoon." This means I will call you or email you later with the answer. It's polite, it's clear, it's professional. Get back to someone. Let's end with a short story, a normal day at a law firm. Maria is a lawyer. She talks to clients and gives legal advice. Anna is the secretary. She answers the phone. John is the paralegal. He writes documents for Maria. And Carla works in the IT department. She fixes computer problems. It's Monday morning. The phone rings. Anna picks up. "Good morning." "Maria is not here. Can I take a message?" The client says, "Yes. Please tell her I will send the documents today." Anna writes the message. At 10 o'clock, Maria returns. Anna says, "A client called. I took a message." Maria says, "Thanks. I will call the client back after my meeting." Later, Maria tries to call, but the client is busy. She waits on hold. Then they speak, and at the end, they hang up. Maria tells John, "I will get back to the client tomorrow with the contract." At the end of the day, Carla in IT says, "The internet is slow. Please speak clearly on the phone." Everyone laughs because this is a typical day at the law firm. Today you practiced call back, on hold, hang up, speak clearly, take a message, get back to someone, and you also learned who works in a law firm: lawyer, secretary, paralegal, IT department. And you're doing great. And just to go over everything we learned quick, we practiced important job titles like lawyer, paralegal, and secretary. And we talked about the IT department and the legal departments in a law firm. We discussed subject pronouns like I, you, he, she, we, and they, and practiced the verb to be, am, is, and are. And finally, we studied useful telephone phrases like call someone back, on hold, and hang up. Keep practicing these words and sentences. They will help you communicate clearly and confidently in your legal English journey. See you next time.